Mary, Queen of Scots' son James had been raised without either of his parents. His father had been murdered just shy of 8 months after he was born, and his mother had been forced to abdicate the throne of Scotland, never to see James again, and making him king at only 13 months old. While both James' parents were Catholic, James was raised Protestant, a very deliberate choice made since Mary's forced abdication. James's life was controlled, regulated, and he was also beaten regularly by his tutor. When James was a teenager, his 37-year-old cousin Esmé Stuart came to visit from France. James was fascinated by him and completely taken by his cousin. He started showering him with gifts, lands, title, a seat on the Privy Council, and precious jewelry that was part of his mother's collection. Esmé had become one of James's favorites, and he would show public displays of affection towards Esmé, often embracing him in his arms and kissing him. Esmé was Catholic, and there were many in the government and around James who did not trust Esmé. They felt his power and his Catholicism was a threat, and they also believed that he went about to draw up the king to carnal lust. Esmé converted to Protestantism, but still, this did not quell his enemies. William Ruthven, the first Earl of Gowrie, who owned Huntingtower Castle at the time, and several other Protestant nobles planned a coup. They decided to kidnap the king, force the removal and exile of Esmé, and reform the government. On the 22nd, or possibly the 23rd of August, 1582, when the king was 16 years old, he was lured to Huntingtower Castle and seized while he was with a royal hunting party. It was said that when James was captured, he started to cry. James was held captive for 10 months before he finally escaped. Esmé never returned to Scotland. James would later write a long poem about his cousin, comparing him to a phoenix who was unjustly persecuted and killed by envy. James would also eventually execute William Ruthven for his role in what is now known as the RAID of Ruthven.